With us once again is Danita Chantel, and with us is also Derrick Rutledge. Welcome to the show to you both. How are you?
I'm
I'm
great. I'm absolutely great. I've been excited about this interview. I've been excited about meeting you, so I'm happy.
I'm very happy as well. And Danita brings us all the most amazing guests. A few years ago, she was able to get me on the carpet for the Miss America pageant, which I totally loved. And then she called me and introduced me to you, Derrick. So, Danita, tell us why you thought it would be great for us to be visiting today.
well, I thought Derek was an amazing guest to have today because you may have seen his work on people like Oprah Winfrey, Lady Michelle Obama, Beyonce, and plenty of celebrities that you see out on the carpets and on TV. And he's a super humble guy, very nice, but his work speaks for itself. And I just thought he'd be excellent for our lineup.
Derrick, what got
You're
you
too
involved?
kind. You're too kind.
It's true. Covers of Vogue magazine and everything. Like, it's true.
Derrick, what got you involved in the makeup industry? How did you start working with color?
How did I start working? How I got started in the makeup business? I've been doing makeup. I mean, my career spans about 30 years. I started in college. From college, I've migrated to working for Dudley Products. Went from that to BET, to working with a host of lots of celebrities. Getting started was not difficult for me because I've always been art oriented. I love beauty, anything pertaining to beauty, clothes, makeup, anything that was art oriented. So actually getting into makeup was a good transition for me.
Danita's done a lot of modeling, so I know that she knows a lot about
I
fashion
know.
and a lot
Yes,
of,
and
yeah,
looking at her, can't you see why?
Thank you. Thank you. Well,
absolutely gorgeous.
Derek,
Uh,
you've had a lot of celebrity guests, as we mentioned, and I'm curious to know how did you balance out working for both Michelle Obama while she was First Lady and Oprah Winfrey at the same time? Like how?
I love doing it. The problem was that the schedule was very hectic. I could be, my schedule at the White House started at 7 a.m. I would work till probably about 6 or 7 in the evening. I would have to rush straight from the White House to the airport, catch a flight from DC to Chicago. And granted, this was during the time when Oprah still had her show and she was ending the show for the 25 years. So they were also not only doing the show, but they were doing the behind the scenes of the show. So we were also doing double duty. But then I would work all day there, catch the last flight out of DC, out of Chicago, go back to DC, do the schedule again on the next day at the White House. From there back to Chicago. I could be in the Chicago for 2 days, maybe DC 2 days, but I was going back and forth and back and forth. And there were
Wow.
times where I literally had to fly to LA and then fly back on a red eye back. So I balanced it, but it became very difficult because during that time, my mother was battling cancer, and my aim was to try to keep her healthy and well as long as I could. She passed, but she was very proud of everything I was doing for both Michelle Obama, Oprah, and for her.
I'm sure she was super proud of you and is probably gracing your journey every single day because
She's my
love,
angel.
yes, because
Mommy.
love is everlasting. You have had an extraordinary journey, and Danita shared with me that you have your own line.
15 years ago, I've always been, I've always loved product. I've loved taking care of my skin. I started taking care of my skin in high school. It's funny because my mother would always ask me, I was always in the kitchen coming up with some kind of concoction, taking oatmeal or cucumber or tomatoes or lemons and doing all kinds of things and putting them on my face. So it was natural for me to want to have products, and because I've always liked anything aesthetically to do with my face. So about 15, maybe 16 years ago, I decided to come out with my own product line, which was mineral based makeup, skincare, hair care products. And I literally, I didn't want to go the um, private label route. I actually got chemists that and told them what I was looking for. I wanted to cutting edge ingredients. And they came out with all these products for me, and I tried to put everything out at one time, and I had everything, but then things were not the same then as they are now. I had to literally go from trade show to trade show, carrying all these products. I had to bring in my makeup team, my hair team, and because I'm always in union houses, I had to wait for them to bring the product to my station. I had to pay for everything, and it got expensive.
Okay.
So as soon as everything ran out, I didn't reinvest into it. I said, I'll wait till later on. And what's a better time now than COVID?
Now's the time.
We have COVID here. We're doing a lot of at home of taking care of ourselves. We also have a social media platform that's phenomenal now.
Okay.
Absolutely phenomenal. So it gives me an opportunity to bring back my products, but not like I did where I was actually bringing everything in one time. I'm introducing things one at a time.
I like
because, and as and like monthly, every month, I'll say every other month, I'm going to bring in a new product or a new couple of products to introduce to the world under my brand, with perfecting your presence. So I have a new Instagram site called PYP Perfecting Your Presence, a new website Perfecting Your Presence, and the whole brand is going to be under the umbrella of making an impression.
Okay. So can you tell us a little bit about what your signature look is and why you're so sought after by, some of the most powerful or influential women in the business? Well, in the world, I should say.
You know what? I've always been different from a lot of the makeup artists. When I first started in the late 80s, everyone was doing the look of the lots of colorful, lots of colors on the eyes, going into the temple up into the hairline. My signature's always been very soft and pretty. The reason why I get most of the clients I get, which are women that are transitioning into their 30s and 40s and 50s, is because I know how to take a look and keep it pretty classy and yet current. What I do is I concentrate on good skin. I concentrate on a good brow, but I keep everything very soft and pretty, because if you put on too much makeup, it's hard to take it off. But if you put on very little and then you ask the person, what do you feel? How do you think you look? They say, I like this, but if you could make my eyes a little stronger, or can you give me a more defined lip? So I listen to the client as to what they want, and then I still give them my signature, which is pretty, contoured, and lovely.
Yes.
I always feel like when I have my makeup on, it does give me just a little bit of confidence, like I want to go out dancing or I want to have a great date night. So for somebody at home that doesn't have a professional makeup artist, is there like something that you would recommend, whether it's you focus on your eyes or on a lip, that can make somebody have that little daily joy in their life?
Okay. Glad you asked that question.
Okay.
First thing you need to concentrate on is good skin. The skin is the palette, is the canvas that houses, that houses our body, So take care of the skin. Because I've been doing so many interviews lately, I get the same question, Mr. Rutledge or Derrick, what are you using on your skin to keep it so beautiful and glowing? Especially when people find out how old I am. I don't like to admit to it, but Oprah has told me repeatedly, Derrick, you need to admit and tell people how old you are, because that is going to be your selling point.
And how
I'm
old
like,
are
but
you?
Oprah, I don't want to do that. But she said, Derrick, that's going to be your selling point. So when people, and I say, well, I don't want to tell people, but when they Google me, they find out anyway. So when I tell people, they go, oh my God, so what are you doing? What are you using? And what happened was I came out with a skin oil years ago based on the fact that I have eczema. So everything in the oil is essential oil based, with carrier oils that help to carry the oil and help it to get infused into the skin, go through the dermis and epidermis, and get to the cellular level, so that it starts correcting any problems you have throughout the bloodstream. So I'm coming out with a skin oil. But the first thing I wanted to come out with was something that, makes a perfect impression, which is eyelashes.
Okay.
I have always been, because everyone is having to wear masks, how else do you make an impression but through your eyes? So I've actually come up with a collection of 28 lashes that will cover from Generation Y, Generation Z. Will take care of women that want something very glamorous and flirty, someone that wants something very natural. So I kept and I thought about ethnicities when I chose the lashes because everyone's lashes grow differently when they wear a lash. So because a lash should look like an extension of your own lashes, if you choose to wear mascara or not, I wanted to cover every genre of age, when I chose the collection. And then I got another big surprise, which will be coming out. And
Okay.
I'm praying that, and I know it's going to be wonderful because I've been working on it for literally a year and doing all kind of testing with it. So I'm excited about that. So I'm excited because I'm now finally able with social media and with this platform to get things out and make people want and crave the things that I literally have been working on.
Oh, awesome.
And you do look young. Danita, Derek, you look like you're in your like 20s.
I can't.
Well,
I
I
was
appreciate
saying
that. You're
maybe
being too kind.
35.
You're being too kind.
It's true.
I'm not even
But
gonna
no,
mention it.
I'm in my 50s.
Bless you.
Wait
Oh
a
my
minute.
goodness.
Okay. Well, you look amazing. I whatever you do, whatever you're doing, I need to try it myself because I want to maintain. But you look phenomenal.
But I'm maintaining. I'm doing everything I can to maintain. Trust me.
Yes.
So I thank you very much. Danita, did you have another question that you wanted to ask Derek before we wrap up?
Oh, I think what you brought up something important, Donna, because like you said, what can people at home do that that don't have makeup artists or access to know how to, make themselves feel
Donna,
beautiful?
you did ask
Care.
that question. You asked that question, and I skipped on around it, didn't I? Let me answer that question. Okay, you first of all, you take care of the skin.
Okay.
A good skin regime is good to do, and then what you need to do is you need to play up on your eyes because, like I said, eyes are the windows to the soul, and because we have to wear masks, we are forced to have to wear masks. Play up on the eyes. I mean, whenever I go into a store. Granted, I have pretty eyes, but when I go to the store and I have a mask on, they don't know who I am, and they always say, "Oh, you have the most prettiest eyes," and I just go, "Thank you so much," like
Right.
that. So, play up on the eyes. A really nice defined brow is going to be good.
Okay.
And if you can't figure it out for yourself, and because you can't get a professional, get a book or get and I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to achieve the perfect brow using a white pencil. And once you do that, you can achieve the perfect brow. And then your lips, because you're having to wear a mask and you're breathing constantly into that mask, your lips kind of get dry. So you need to make sure that your lips are nicely moisturized, and then also take care of those pearly whites too, because
Yeah.
you know why? Because you're breathing into that mask, and when you're breathing into that mask, what you're breathing out is going to come back into your nose. So you got to make sure you got to make sure you take care of your breath. So, but yeah, I'm having so much fun, Donna. Thank you for letting me be me. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying this conversation. I really am. But yes, take care of your skin. Bring out some good eyes, mascara, and if you want to come to me about some eyebrows and
lashes.
eyelashes, make sure that you do a nicely defined brow.
Thank
We'll
you
make
both.
sure that Donna gets some of your product. We'll make sure she
Most
loves
definitely will. I most
will.
definitely will. You get something, Donna.
Thank you so much to you both. Happy
You're quite
journeys to you, truly. And I'm just going to send out a heart to both of you. Danita,
welcome.
thank you, everybody. Happy journeys to all of you and all that you're doing. And keep up the great work. Be well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Great.
I'm Donna.
Appreciate you.
Lots of fun. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
Donna.
Bye-bye.